Welcome to the Employco HR Chat. I'm Rob Wilson, and with me is Jason Eisenhunt. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. So, Jason, employee handbooks. Thought this would be a good topic for our HR chat. I'm surprised at the amount of companies that we run into when we're out, when our sales team is out, and you start asking about employee handbooks, and a lot of small businesses don't have them.
Yeah, we recommend it even if you have 3 employees, 2 employees. I think it's a good idea to make sure you're covered all the bases to make sure you're protected legally. Even if nothing ever comes up, you still have that slight risk that you just better to be safe than sorry to and have one.
Right. Otherwise, it's hearsay, emails. So if you have one, that's great. And if you don't, you should have one. And we can, Jason and his team can obviously help you make one. But if you have one, you should still update it periodically. We do ours every year.
Yeah, we get alerts from law firms, and we have a handbook built like a really nice system and service that alerts us to, hey, this county in Pennsylvania just changed their law. If you have 3 employees in Pennsylvania, we get alerted, then we work with our clients to make sure they're compliant. So yeah, staying on top of all state and local legislation and requirements is a key, and it's really really hard to do unless you're kind of working with an organization or a service that keeps you updated.
Yeah, especially when you look, yeah, if you hire remote workers, they could be in a variety of states. So you hire someone from Colorado that's working from their home. Now you've got a Colorado rules and compliance issues. So your handbook really has to look at the rules of the different states that you're in.
Yeah, and there are federal rules. Like obviously, we want to talk about Title VII and discrimination and harassment could apply. And make sure that if you feel like you're harassed, make sure. In fact, one of the prospects we were just talking to a few weeks ago, they had a handbook that was pretty old. It's a small employer. I think they had 60 some employers. I can't remember. I was on the sales call with the salesperson, and they had 60 employees. At a handbook. They just bought some template off the internet, and it said, contact your human resources if you feel like you've been discriminated against. The company didn't have an HR department, and it just said contact HR. It didn't say, or members of the management team. So right away, just a quick, within 3 seconds, I already found problems with their handbook that were probably easily fixable if they start working with a company like us.
Yeah, what we find in some cases, every year the rules change either January 1st or July 1st. There's new compliance issues every year, and that's never going to slow down.
Yeah, federal and state laws constantly changing. Make sure you stay up to date. And one of the other key parts is make sure your handbook doesn't have any language that feels like it's contractually binding. So there should be something in there that says, although there's language in here that says nothing is promised or guaranteed, we still are an at-will employer. Nothing in this handbook should interfere with your at-will employment. Make sure some of those disclaimers, unfortunately, I've seen one of those a couple years ago that was completely missed by an incoming client's handbook. We help them fix it. But yeah, there's unfortunately things that are kind of common errors that we see in addition to state and local laws that are unfortunately common errors and things that get missed.
Yeah, I think there's a fine art between saying too much and saying too little.
Exactly right.
You want to make sure that you've got the compliance issues from a regulatory standpoint, but you don't want too thick of a handbook.
Right. Yep. And doesn't every policy and procedure doesn't need to be in there, but you want to make sure you hit the main ones like discrimination, harassment, your pay policies, ethics, and reporting inappropriate behavior in the workplace. Make sure you cover. There's usually about 15 or so common core policies that really should be in every employee handbook.
Right. So if you don't have a handbook, you should give Jason a call. And if you do have one, you should be updating it. And if you've got questions what to put in it or not put in it, feel free to reach out to Jason at hr@employco.com. That goes right to Jason. Easy to remember, hr@employco.com.
Yeah, we love helping.
Yeah, thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you.